Hey y'all, it's Julie with Julie's Designs. This is another thrift lift video where I take items I've thrifted and upcycle them for resale. So my past few videos, I did kind of a theme where I picked one item and tried different techniques on it to see how it came out. And y'all really seem to be enjoying that. So I'm kind of sticking with that. And today we're going to be doing tarnished silver. Now, I have done many videos on tarnished silver before, like I've done a tiered tray out of tarnished silver. I've made a little shelf out of tarnished silver. I've made little risers out of tarnished silver. So I will put the link to those videos in the description if you want to specifically see how I made those items, because I am not making those particular things on this video. We're gonna try some new stuff, but I do absolutely love tarnished silver. Unfortunately, most of the time it doesn't sell as is, so I usually have to paint it. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. We're gonna be trying different techniques on some tarnished silver that I have. I am on a personal ban to not buy tarnished silver right now because I have so much of it. So I need to work through it and get it all done, and then I'll be able to buy more. For me, in my area, there's lots of it, and it's usually pretty cheap, like $1 or less. So it's a great thing to pick up, but I have enough of it right now. So let's get some of these projects done, and then maybe I'll be able to buy some more. That would be fun, right? Okay, first, which I'm not 100% positive this is tarnished silver, but we're just gonna go with it because it fits into the theme. So I have a pair of these, and I've had them for a while, and I wasn't sure what I was gonna do with them because, let me show y'all. I know one of these comes out. Here we go. The glass is like curved. So that has got me stumped on what to do with this. But I think I finally have an idea that's going to be like so shabby chic and cute for these. And I feel like this is something I've definitely seen around. So let's bring it from grandma chic, which is actually in style right now, but we're going to make it shabby chic. I think that'll be cute. So I got that set of frames that we're going to work on. And then we're gonna try two different techniques. We're gonna do, we're gonna make this one look like cement, like that cement look. I've done this before and it looks so good. I've been using it like to stage my pictures. It just looks amazing. And look, this one's like a little riser. I just think it's gonna be so cute. And then, look at this ginormous tray. So I'm thinking I wanna try something different. Let's try this one in black and see how it comes out. Oh, and I want to do one in white too. I forgot it in my shop, but we're going to do one white with just distressing some of this silver back and see how that comes out. So I'm going to experiment for y'all. That way y'all can see what y'all like and y'all don't like, and then y'all can do it yourselves. And don't forget to check out the videos in the links below for more tarnished silver projects. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started. The first project I want to work on is the two trays with feet. We're going to be using this black color. It's Kilt's brand chalk paint in the color Toasted Poppy Seed, and Waverly chalk paint in the color Mineral. Now, for this technique that we're going to be using, I like my baking soda and paint mixture to be thick. So I'm going to do half paint and half baking soda. This makes it super thick and super textured. But when I'm painting something like a picture, I usually add a little bit more paint, then I do baking soda. So I would just try it out and kind of see what technique you like better, if you like more baking soda and have it more textured, or if you like less baking soda and have it a little bit less textured. That is totally up to you. So for this particular project, I am doing half and half, and then you're just going to mix it up. At first it's going to seem like you have way too much baking soda, but you just keep mixing and it all blends together. And then for the first coat of paint, I just want to get it on there. Like, you don't want to overwork your paint. Just get it on there and let your paint dry completely before you add the second layer. Now let's talk paint for a minute. I'm all about using what you have. So I have more chalk paint than I do latex paint in different colors. So that's what I'm using. But if you have latex paint, if you have apple barrel craft paint, those types of paint totally work for this project as well. You do not need chalk paint. That is just what I had on hand. So that is what I'm using. And I love this toasted poppy seed color. Like, I find it's a very like kind of warm black instead of like a stark black. It's just very, very pretty. Okay. My first coat is dry, and now I'm applying my second coat. For the second coat, what you want to do is just kind of stipple it on there because you want to add as much texture as possible. And you'll see why later on. We just want to add lots of texture. Again, you don't want to overwork the paint. You want to stipple it on there and just leave it. And then if you have to go back and stipple a few more areas, it's better to wait for it to completely dry before you go back and add any more paint, because you don't want your first layer to be coming off. Now, no matter what paint I'm using, I have never had any issues with the paint sticking to the piece, but I know other people have. So if that is an issue, you can always spray a coat of sealer on it before you start painting. So something like Rust-Oleum clear coat or Mod Podge or something like that. You can put that on your piece before you paint it. And hopefully that will prevent any paint from coming off when you're doing this textured baking soda technique. Now we're going to make our own white wax mixture using the Waverly Wax in Clear and the Apple Barrel white paint. You're just going to mix some of the clear wax and then some of the white paint. I didn't measure. Y'all know I'm so bad about that. I just kind of do whatever, but you definitely want more wax and just a little bit of paint to tint it. So I'm using white, but you can use any color. Like if you wanted teal wax, you could do teal wax. If you wanted black wax, you could do that. And Waverly does sell a white wax or a mix, but it's more of a cream color. So since I made my own white wax a few weeks ago, I'm obsessed with it because I can get that bright white that I love. And now I'm just using my wax brush. I highly recommend a wax brush for this. I was using a little stencil brush before, and it goes so much better when you have like the right tools to do this. So I love this wax brush, and you just want to brush it on. Again, you don't want to push too hard. You want it to fall into the cracks of the piece, but you don't want to overwork the paint because remember there's chalk paint under this. So I'm just brushing it on, and then I'm going to take my paper towel, and I want to keep it pretty white. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of dabbing and rubbing very lightly to get that paint off. And you see, I'm not pushing very hard. It doesn't take much to get this wax off because you literally just putting it on and wiping it back off, and it's going to sit into those cracks and it looks so pretty. And then of course I'm going to do the rest of the piece. Now we're going to get back to the black tray. I am just going to do the exact same thing that I did to the gray tray. I'm going to apply this white wax on, and then using a paper towel or a rag, you're just going to lightly wipe it off. I did the same technique where I kind of like pounced it, stippled the paper towel on there, and then kind of wiped it a little bit. I think doing this technique also kind of gets rid of the brush strokes you see going on here. Like if you kind of dab the paper towel, I find it gets rid of those brush strokes. Oh my God, y'all, look how good this looks. Also, do the whole piece at one time. I'm just doing this because I'm filming. I really want to like zoom in and y'all to be able to see what I'm doing. And then you can also see what it originally looked like when I'm doing half and half. So super simple. I'm going back and rubbing the edges a little more because I really want the edges to be more black, and I end up grabbing a baby wipe and even doing it some more. So if you have like a wet towel, or I love baby wipes, that'll pull off even more paint. I love it when a piece has lots of colors going on. I find that makes it look even more aged. And then this is a technique I kind of forgot about until somebody posted it in the Facebook group page. It's something I've done before and it absolutely works. You add ground cinnamon to your black piece and it really makes it look like rust. So I'm just sprinkling the cinnamon on top, and then I'm going back with a dry brush and just wiping it off, and it's kind of catching in all the cracks and all that texture that we made. It looks so good. This added just a whole nother layer and element to this piece. So what do y'all think? Does this technique get a thumbs up or a thumbs down? I personally love it. All of my textured pieces, I always seal them with Rust-Oleum Clear Matte. I usually do 2 coats, and that will help protect the piece. These are decor items only. Now we're going to work on this piece that I forgot to show y'all in the intro. It has this beautiful flower detail on the edges, and I want to paint it white. We are using DIY paint in the color White Swan. I've never used this paint before, but somebody sent me some samples to try, and I will leave a link in the description to their website if you would like to order some paint as well. I really like the White Swan color. It is a very creamy, warm white. It's not like a stark white. And I'm just putting on my first coat. Then you want to leave it alone. Here I am putting my second coat on. I did end up putting 3 coats of paint on this. I find it does leave a little bit more brush strokes than I'm used to. But overall, it works exactly the same as the chalk paint I'm used to working with. Now, once my layers have dried completely, and they ended up drying, I left it for a few days before I got back to it, and I was happy that it's still easily distressed. So I like to start off with just a very, very light grit sandpaper just to kind of help the process along. I was also a little worried since I had let it sit for a few days before I went back and distressed it. So I'm just very lightly sanding it, trying to get rid of some of those brush strokes that I had. Then I'm going to go back with my favorite thing to wet distress with, baby wipes. If y'all don't have baby wipes in your craft kit, I highly suggest them. I use them all the time for cleaning, for crafting, for wiping baby butts. They are good for everything. So this piece, all I want to do is distress the edges and then distress those flowers. That is the only thing I want to distress on this piece. I'm not going to be doing the center or anything like that. We're just going to hit the edges and that beautiful flower print that they have going on this silver piece.
All right, on to the next project. The first thing I need to do is take all the pieces apart. I decided this would be so cute with a bird mold on it. This mold is from IOD. It's called Songbird. I absolutely love it. I decided to use the two little birds that kind of face each other. And I just added a little bit of flour to my mold so that my air dry clay doesn't stick. This air dry clay is also from IOD, and I'll have the links to all these products in the description below. All you do is you push the clay in, and it has like a raised edge, so you just take your finger and kind of rub along the edges, and it removes all the excess clay. And then you just pop your bird right out of the mold, and I like to use Gorilla Glue clear grip adhesive to attach the clay onto my piece. And then I let it dry for approximately, I would say 2 to 3 hours. Ideally, you would like to let it dry overnight, but you know, I was trying to get this project done, and I didn't have any issues painting it before it was fully cured. To bring this piece together, I'm going to paint the whole thing the same color. I'm using DIY paint in the color Apothecary. So I started putting it on there, and I don't remember if I've ever painted glass before or not, but it just kind of beat it up. So I decided to take the second one outside and spray Rust-Oleum clear coat on it. Remember, I gave y'all this tip earlier in the video, and now I have to use it. So this one has been painted with Rust-Oleum clear coat, and you can see it went on so much better. So this really does work. And then I took the second piece that I already painted and sprayed it, and then the next coat went on so much better. I am loving this color. I feel like Shabby Chic is lots of whites and lots of pinks, and I feel like if you added in this Apothecary color, it is just a perfect complement to those colors. I love it. I'm definitely going to be using this color on lots more pieces. Okay, once my birds were all the way dry, I need to glue it to the frame. I have it turned over on a piece of wood since it's, you know, the glass comes out a little bit. And I'm just using my Gorilla Glue clear grip adhesive. I'm putting the piece of glass in, and then I'm going to put the backer in. And then you want to let it dry for quite a few hours before you turn it back over. Okay, y'all are probably questioning my color choices right now, but we are about to bring this whole piece together. So I am taking my homemade white wax mixture, and I am going to cover the entire piece. I'm going to cover the Apothecary, and I'm going to cover the frame in this white wax. And these will bring the two colors together. And then I want to keep it pretty white. So just like I did on the trays, I'm just going to dab my paper towel and just lightly distress the piece so that Apothecary comes through. And then also, so a little bit of that gold comes through. And I think this is the perfect piece to go like in a little girl's bathroom or any kind of vintage theme room. And then I'm taking my baby wipe and just distressing the bird a little bit more because I want the bird to be a little bit more of the Apothecary color, and then the rest of the piece to be like that beautiful white vintagey looking color.
I hope y'all enjoyed today's video and inspire you to maybe try some of these projects on your silver or just stuff around the house. You can definitely apply these techniques to other things you have around your house or that you might find out thrifting. If these are the kind of videos you love, please subscribe to my channel. I have a whole playlist of these thrift lift videos if you would like to check that out. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I will see y'all in the next video.
Thanks for watching, and give this video a big